Welcome to another update from the Force 13's Australian Oceania channel, where we have a look at Tropical Cyclone Lorna and what's making the local weather scene. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has the cyclone at 10.9 degrees south, 86.3 degrees east, 55 knots, gusting 70 knots. And it's around 849 nautical miles east southeast of Diego Garcia, tracking east-southeast at 4 knots over the last 6 hours. Animated enhanced infrared satellite imagery depicts a expanding central dense overcast feature obscuring the low-level circulation centre. 89 GHz of microwave image depicts improved organisation with convective banding wrapping tightly into the low-level circulation. This initial position is based on the extrapolated aforementioned microwave image with fair confidence. The current intensity is assessed at 55 knots based on the improved structure and convection. Upper level analysis indicates a marginally favourable environment with moderate to strong 20 to 30 knots vertical wind shear, offset by vigorous poleward outflow, which is being enhanced by an approaching trough to the southwest. Tropical Cyclone 25S is expected to turn south-southeast to southward as it tracks along the western periphery of a north-south oriented subtropical ridge to its east. The system should gradually intensify to 75 knots within 24 hours, then steadily weakening around 36 hours. This is a result of vertical wind shear increasing and the system loses its favourable orientation with regard to the trough, and poleward outflow diminishes. The cyclone is forecast to begin extratropical transition by the 96-hour mark as the system begins to interact with the baroclinic zone associated with an approaching mid-latitude shortwave trough. The system should complete the process by 120 hours as against frontal characteristics, tracks over cooler sea surface temperatures and encounters very strong vertical wind shear. However, there is large spread in model solutions after the 48-hour mark, in particular the GFS and the GFS ensemble solutions are the far western outliners. A track that moves unrealistically against the approaching mid-latitude trough. ECMWF is slightly west of the multi-model consensus. At later in the forecast period, the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's track forecast is placed close to the multi-model consensus with fair confidence. Maximum significant wave height is 22 feet. And on the screen is the total precipitable water. Quite a bit of information, detail from the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre. And you can see Tropical Cyclone Kenneth and Invest 92S and Lorna. Now we have a brief look at EPS track guidance and a couple of others. And the various models are represented with the individual colours, and the main ones are the red, green and yellow. The late cycle intensity guidance, it will be interesting to see whether it does reach category 3 on the local scale, or on the Saffron-Simpson hurricane scale, a Cat 2. Tropical Cyclone Formation Probability Guide. And we also have an area of interest in the northern Indian Ocean region, Bay of Bengal. And it looks like a tropical cyclone is heading into the region. The Bureau of Meteorology has Tropical Cyclone Lorna located near 10.6 degrees south, 85.2 degrees east at 8 a.m. Thursday morning local time. However, it'll be interesting to see what they say about the tropical cyclone later on this afternoon. And it's located about 1,300 kilometres west of the Cocos Keeling Islands and will to the rest of the forecast region. It is forecast to move to the southeast and could possibly move into the region over the weekend, and if it does, it is forecast to remain well southwest of the Cocos Keeling Islands and not have any significant winds or weather impacts. And for today, very low, but the Bureau increases to moderate chances for Saturday and Sunday. However, 92S, weak tropical low, was located near 12.2 degrees south, 94.2 degrees east at 1,300 hours, and about 290 kilometres west of the Cocos Keeling Islands, and has been moving south at about 9 kilometres an hour. It is forecasted to continue moving south or southwest further away from the Cocos Islands. It's unlikely to develop into a tropical cyclone before dissipating on Saturday due to the proximity of the Tropical Cyclone Lorna. And for today, they have low percentages increasing downwards to very low over the weekend. And the tropical low could be absorbed into the tropical cyclone. Now we have a look at 3 models on the tropical cyclone. And this is the HWRF parent one. Now we have a look at what's making the local weather news. Weather radar here in Brisbane is showing up a little bit of activity around the Mackay, Fraser Island region. Storm probability from 10 a.m. through to the same period or around 1300 hours Saturday. Now we have a look at the GFS wind model, extracted BSCH website. The wind speed in knots, the information is at the bottom left of the screen. Bureau of Meteorology Tasmania did have a severe weather warning for damaging winds. However, for the entire state, I should say, mention that. However, the Bureau has cancelled the weather warning. And this is the latest instability. And not long before the 2018 Tropical Cyclone season finishes, but it's been very active. The latest Bureau Meteorology's 12-hourly rainfall outlook across the forecast period, and it looks like it's going to be the area north of Fraser Island up to Mackay, along with the west coast of Tasmania. However, when we look at the Bureau's total forecast of rain, the picture changes. Rainfall scale, right hand side of the screen, it's the area in green to dark green, the mentioned areas, and possibly the southern southeast corner of Victoria and the northeast coastal region, including the western region of Tasmania. The GFS, total accumulated precipitation outlook. And hopefully the South Island of New Zealand will get much needed rainfall. But look at the southern coastal regions of New South Wales. And finally, in this update, here's the Bureau's cancelled warning for Tasmania.